Hi, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot. This is a reading for YK. YK has a guy in her heart, and she would like to know, will she be with him, and how should she take things going forward? So let's find out. Let's see what the cards think about that. Want to know. Be together. Best way to move forward. Be together. Okay, let's see. See what we've got. Okay. Okay. Got an interesting spread. Let me see what we've got here. Got quite a few court cards. We've got a queen and we've got two knights. That's a lot of court cards. We've got the three here. This is the traditional heartbreak card. So, of course, that would not look so wonderful here, but we've also got the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, he's like Don Juan. He just wants to come on in and make things happen. So this is really good, and this appears to be not so good. So let's find out a little more about what this all means. When we put it together, it kind of tells a different story sometimes. The Queen of Cups. Cups is the suit of emotions. Love, obviously, would be in that too. So, that's a good thing. We've got two cups here. The Queen of Cups, she's somebody who is, she's kind of very emotional, wears her emotions on her sleeve, so to speak. She is the queen, though, so she's kind of like the master of her craft. I mean, her craft being that she's stable, she's secure, she knows how to communicate. She does have a little bit of an overactive emotional intelligence. She's a little emotional. So that's the case there. Here we've got this swords, the Knight of Swords, running in here. He's carrying the scales, which is different in this deck. I haven't seen that before, at least not that I'm remembering at the moment. But what this says to me is, we've got to try to balance things out. We have to make sure we move quickly and make sure things are going on a balanced state. And then, as I mentioned here, we have the Knight of Cups, who is saying, let's go, baby. That's the Don Juan. So let's find out a little bit more, because that's not telling the full story. I'm going to go ahead and use a clarification card. I couldn't think of the word. And this is the Radiant Rider-Waite. I like to use this, go back to the basics and do some traditional cards. I want to know about this Three of Swords. What's going on with that Three of Swords? Three of Swords. What? Okay. Three of Swords on a Three of Swords. All right, let's find out what this is going on with the Queen of Cups. Kind of like what's going on with the Queen of Cups. The Hermit. The Hermit. Somebody who's, wise, taking time, thoughtful, reflecting. Can also mean loneliness. Let's keep going. What about this Knight? This Knight of Swords. Oops. What's he rushing in for? It's rushing in. Okay. Alright, we got more cups. Got the Four of Cups. Look at him. He's kind of bored. He's kind of thinking, I've already got some, I don't need another one. Bored with what I've got. Don't really need another one kind of thing. See? Paired here with the Knight, things are moving fast. Knights are usually symbolize action. We've got the Knight of Swords, who is somebody who kind of, rushes into things, disorganized, that kind of a thing. And then you pair them up with this card. I think this is somebody who, because they're feeling bored or lacking or refusing or, whatever that looks like, I think that's what causes this. That causes the action. That causes kind of an action, not being planned out properly, rushing in because they're bored. Okay, so that's where we are there. Now let's find out what Don Juan is doing over here. What's our Knight of Cups doing? I don't know what our Knight of Cups is doing, please. The Knight of Cups is showing you a new way, showing you the star of hope. Okay, so what have we got here? This is not a good pairing. That's the broken heart with the broken heart. So that sounds not so great. Perhaps, obviously if it hasn't even started, it can't end in heartbreak. So I don't believe that that's saying anything about whether or not you two will be together. I think what this is talking about is one of you is coming from a place of broken heartedness. Someone's coming off of a bad relationship. Someone's feeling, in some way brokenhearted. They're carrying some baggage of some kind that has left them feeling either unworthy, unwanted, unloved, that kind of a thing. So that's somebody who feels this in the past, I believe. Now here we've got the Queen of Cups. Again, she's the emotional, stable and smart, knows what she's doing, but she's a little emotional. And we got the Hermit, clarifying kind of what she's doing. I don't know how of an emotional person you might be, and just because it's a queen and doesn't mean she's female. It could be just the feminine energy. It doesn't have to apply just to a woman. So it could be either one of you, but because this is your reading, I think this is you. And I think perhaps you have, perhaps you've had some feelings lately of loneliness or, wanting to be in a relationship and things like that. And what this is saying is, I think because you are feeling lonesome, you are now feeling like you got to get out there and you got to make things happen. Now I know you've met this person who you're interested in. What this is telling me next here is, don't rush in just because you're tired of being lonely. Because if you rush in, it's just not going to work, because you're going to come in haphazardly. Look, the scales are going all over. We don't know where to go, what to do. Don't rush in because you're bored or lonely and tired of that. You want something new. Or even maybe because you're tired of waiting for this person to make a move. Don't rush in. That's what the message is right there. And then ultimately, great news. Right here, you've got your Knight of Cups. Now that, I would assume, is this new guy. You're going to know exactly what to do to meet with him, to take this forward. This is not telling us what to do. Remember, you asked, how should I move forward? It's not telling us how to move forward. It's saying that you'll know how to move forward. You'll be divinely guided when you are talking with this person, when you're in communication with this person. So let's kind of sum it up. I think there was some kind of heartache. I'm leaning toward it being on your part because this is your reading. But I'll tell you why else I think that. Because I think that you are feeling lonely, and I think you're tired of being lonely. You're ready, you feel stable, you need a relationship in your mind. So you're getting bored, waiting, trying to make other things happen. What the tarot is saying you should do is to not rush in. See? So it's telling you not to rush in. And then it's saying once that everything calms down, let it come about in its own true timeline, and you will be divinely guided. You will know exactly what to do when that happens. Great. Well, that's what I've got for you. I hope this was helpful. Please hit subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. And don't forget to check me out on Wednesdays on YouTube. I'm going to be doing a live show doing free tarot readings. Thanks.